So how is it going, Dank Division? Dank Dan here, and we're already reaching the halfway point of Season 3. Yeah, time flies by when you're playing, Jedi Survivor, Fortnite, and Dead Island 2. But more importantly, let's actually discuss what we will be seeing in regards to Season 3 Reloaded. Because there are some things that look intriguing, some things that make absolutely no sense, and some things that should never have existed. So why don't we start off with one of the first things, that of course being the next raid mission. Now after playing the first two and the second one being a nightmare with some of the tasks, we finally have episode 3. Now at the end of episode 2 we end up finding an operator, and that operator will be joining us along with Price and Farah to dive deeper into the Soviet base, while Gaz is going to pretty much break off to establish comms with Laswell. Now, if you complete this raid episode, you're going to unlock that operator of course being Alex. Now, just like last time, there will of course be the raid bundle, in which case you can get that. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that people who complete this raid on veteran difficulty apparently are going to be getting an electrified camo. Now, for those of you who are more into the two-player Spec Ops thing, they actually are dropping a new mission, which has Defender coming to the port. Now, all you're going to be doing is pretty much deploying into the port that's in Al Mazrah and take on the cartel. Now, keep this in mind. Once you've eliminated the first line of defense that's going to attack you, you're going to need to dig in, because the enemies are going to get worse and worse and worse as time goes on. Now, just like last time, you'll be able to purchase AI reinforcements, kill streaks, as well as the self-revive kit. So keep that in mind. Then, of course, we have a multiplayer map. Now, I'm kind of surprised that this one didn't drop sooner. This would be the Alboran Hatchery. So this is a 6v6 map that is set in the rolling green hills beneath towering wind farming turbines. Now, keep in mind that you'll be able to navigate in and around the hatchery storage and warehouse facilities in this map, utilizing the large cover objects to pretty much either play stealthily or to get a nice little high vantage point and mow down as many people as possible. Now, for some of you, you might be wondering, are we going to be getting new modes? Yes, actually, we have one major one to talk about, that of course being Giant Infected. Now, I want you to picture this. Large scale infected. That means battle map sized infected with that level of number of players. So that means when you're down to those last few people, you're going to be fighting off armies of enemies, which I dare to say when they get to Halloween time, making those enemies zombies is definitely going to make things interesting. Then you have Faceoff. Now, let's face it. For those of you who aren't aware of this, this is Faceoff 3v3, which, in 2011, Modern Warfare 3 made, a dedicated multiplayer mode that was specifically made for this. At the time, you only had 2 maps. And how this works is that 12 years later, they're going to actually bring back Faceoff as a complement to Gunfight. So this will pretty much include Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirmed, etc. on Gunfight maps, meaning that rather than just only being able to play Gunfight, you'll now be able to play objective modes in a 3v3 setting. This can even include, when I played this back in Modern Warfare 3, Search and Destroy, and I'll dare to say it's actually kind of an entertaining time to get into. So moving on, let's get into Warzone. So let's first talk about the 3 things that they're going to be dropping for Battle Royale, and this goes for Ashika Island as well as Al Mazrah. 3 things. First off, perk packages. Players will now be able to discover preset perk packages both in supply drops and at buy stations. This will offer passive benefits for Warzone operators who, haven't gotten their loadout yet, or even if they don't want to get their loadout and would prefer this as a cheap alternative. Another thing, and this is something that's also going to be available in DMZ, is deployable buy stations. Because let's face it, we know that over the course of time, people have camped the buy station. Why? Because it's stationary and we know eventually someone's bound to show up. It's an easy kill every single time. This fixes that problem because then you have that you can put the buy station wherever you want. Then you of course have the Gulag entry kit. Let's face it, if you already fought your way out of the Gulag once and you get your hands on this entry kit, you will then be able to play the Gulag again should you happen to be eliminated. Now, I know I already mentioned DMZ in regards to the deployable buy stations, but let's now talk about the new complex that they're throwing in there. That of course being Kush, I don't even know how to pronounce that. It starts with a K. I'll just call it the complex. So the complex has multiple entry points that are subterranean, and it's a bunker complex. You'll be able to open it and walk through. Now keep this in mind, it is pitch black in there, so flashlights are not necessarily needed, but definitely highly recommended, and you will be going up against some of the toughest enemies outside of Building 21. Now, for those of you who have been waiting, we finally have the beta of Warzone. Ranked play will be dropping. Now, this is going to include a progressive rank system, a visual skill system, and seasonal rewards, all in Battle Royale. Now, the thing that's intriguing about this is how they're going to be basing your skill rating. The skill rating is identical to that of multiplayer ranked, and they'll be basing it off of, first off, getting assists, eliminations, placing high in the match, and as you get higher up, you'll have to use modest SR to enter into the match. So keep in mind that more intel is going to be dropping specifically on that on May 4th, which is tomorrow. So we'll be seeing how exactly that's going to work. So now let's continue. Now we're going to be talking about the camo challenges. Because last season, I'm not going to lie, I was not against the idea of having a camo challenge. So this time again, you're going to have the trophy hunt camo challenges. So how does this work? There are going to be challenges for every single gun type. This time it's not all the same though, so you're going to have to pay attention to this one. 250 kills for assault rifles. Get 30 headshots with battle rifles. Getting 3 operator kills without dying 30 times with SMGs. Shotguns, 30 hipfires. LMGs, 50 operator kills while mounted. Marksman rifles, 25 long shots. Snipers, 30 long shots. Sidearms, 50 operator kills. Launchers, 40 kills. Melee, 30 kills from behind. Once you complete those, you can unlock the mastery camo that comes with that. Now, more importantly, you actually have new weapons that we will be getting. First off, the F-Tac Siege. How do I describe it? It reminds me of the Tech 9. In fact, it looks like the Tech 9. This thing is pretty much a machine pistol. And dear God, it can't be dual wielded, thank God. It has the option for drum mags, numerous barrels that can extend the range and grant even better mobility. You'll then be able to even use SMG grade stocks and many muzzles that are in the SMG pool. Now keep this in mind. It will never be a perfect substitute to the primary SMG, but this can definitely be a decent secondary to throw into your thing. Now keep this in mind. The weapon challenge unlock, get 50 sidearm hipfire kills using handguns. Now speaking of handguns, you then have the GS Magna, a fully automatic deagle. Yeah, get that through your head. A fully automatic deagle. I don't even need to describe it. The fact that this thing is going to have the option to go akimbo, and that all you need is to get 30 headshots with operator kills using the Glock. I mean, dear Lord, if this thing is as overpowered as it seems it's going to be, we're in for a mean surprise. Now, we have been asking for this for a little while, ever since it dropped into Resurgence during Season 2, and that was the Throwing Star. now you will finally have it that you will be able to equip the throwing star. Now keep this in mind, these things are faster, they have a longer range, and a higher stock than the throwing knife. However, the throwing knife requires a double tap to kill, or, if you have really good aim, a one shot to the head. Keep this in mind though, that victims receive a wounding effect on all non-lethal impacts. This gives a greater chance of success when you do a follow-up hit. Now all you have to do to unlock that is get 50 kills using a throwing knife. Not impossible. Now for those of you who don't care about bundles, now is the time to click off the video because there's going to be a slight rant about the first one we're going to be talking about. The first bundle that they are dropping, and I dare to say I question why of all people him, and that would be the Kevin Durant operator bundle. Of all the people that you could have dropped, we're getting Kevin Durant. Now, where do I even begin with this? You have it that they're going to be throwing in the Reap This AR blueprint, the Easy Money Sniper blueprint, both of which are going to be built for all-around operators. And he will then have the Deadly from Downtown finishing move, the B-Ball weapon charm, the Ankle Breaker loading screen, the Hoop sticker, and the KD Baller animated emblem. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't see why they picked him out of everyone else. It makes almost no sense. Now this next bundle both feels amazing and kind of like a slap in the face. The Throwback Pack 09 Weapon Audio Pack. Now what exactly is in this? So in this, you get the classic Soap operator skin, you get the hacked emblem, you get a bunch of other stuff that is related to Soap, but then you get 2 weapon blueprints. The good old days AR and the MP5, pretty much called the Lockman Classic SMG, all of which are going to have classic attachments from the past and will have audio from old school Call of Duty. Meaning you'll finally be able to answer that question, does audio really make a difference? Continuing on, we have the Wrath bundle. This one, of course, comes with the Anger Management Weapon Blueprint for an LMG. You also have that it will come with the Vengeful Operator skin for Ronin, which kind of seems reminiscent from his old school skin that we saw in Modern Warfare 2019. Now, keep in mind, we will be seeing other bundles in the future, some of which might be decent, others not so much. Of course, you have it that you have the CDL bundles, which you have the team packs, which you have to pay real money for. You have the Call of Duty League 2023 Champion Pack, which comes with the King Operator skin for the CDL Operator, the Diamonds AR, the Ruby's Sniper Rifle. Then you have the bundle that I'm staring at it, and I almost don't want to believe it. The World Series of Warzone Rat Pack. Yeah, they're actually making a bundle that jokes about being a rat. Because you get to play as a rat with the cheesy operator skin, as well as the Cheesin' SMG and the Spicy Meatballs LMG. And I believe you even have to pay real money to get your hands on this little sucker. So with that being said, that's pretty much all we're getting with Season 3 Reloaded. I want to hear in the comment section down below, A, are you still even playing this game? If not, I'd love to hear what game you're playing at the moment. B, if you are playing this game, what are you looking forward to most with Season 3 Reloaded? Are there any bundles that catch your eye? Or is it kind of just all blurred together? So, again, looking forward to reading that comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like and leave a comment down below if you enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to click that subscribe button as well as follow us on our socials. You guys have a wonderful day, night, whatever you're doing. Do it wholeheartedly. And this is Dank Dan, signing off.
Get them to click that subscribe button, Dank. It's the only way we can figure out the numbers. What do the numbers mean, Dank? We're wasting valuable time.